Mrs. Andropoulos.
What are you doing here?
Well, to tell the truth, I was thinking about what you said at lunch today and having an attack of conscience.
Oh, so you do have one after all.
Yes, I do. In spite of what Iva no doubt told you after I left your office.
Iva has a great many reasons to distrust you, Tad.
Yes, she does. And all I can say in my defense is that I love Iva. And everything I do is an attempt to win her back.
Oh, sure, like trying to destroy my husband's business. Well, that makes perfect sense, seeing as though Iva does work for Steve and likes him so much.
Look, could we continue this conversation someplace else?
We can continue this conversation right here.
Well, to be frank, I'd kind of like to have a drink to soothe those nerves you jangled today.
Excuse me. Montgomery Associates.
Hi, baby. It's me.
Oh, hi, Steve. Where are you?
I'm at the Snyder farm. Ivan and I are still trying to find a foreman to replace Mike. If we don't come up with somebody soon, we're gonna, well, the whole condo job's gonna be in big trouble.
Any luck?
Not yet.
Well, I wish there was something I could do to help.
Thanks, but, well, there isn't. Tell you, worst comes to worst, Ivan and I'll always put together a lynch mob and we'll hang the creep.
Well, Steve, we shouldn't even be thinking about things like that. I love you, too. Okay. Bye. All right. Let's go have that drink.
Boy, that shower felt wonderful. Good. I got some hot soup here for you. I took your advice and called room service. Thanks. I thought it might be a good idea to have a bite to eat and then get to bed early so we could be ready for tomorrow. It's not going to be easy facing Dream's End again. I wonder if our lives will ever get back to normal. Oh, honey, yes, of course they are. Don't be silly. We're going to have a wonderful summer. I'm going to have the baby at the end of the summer. You're going to start your junior year of college. And the time does fly. And you know something? The older you get, the more you remind me of your mother. As a matter of fact, the other day, you and Andy, I don't know, you were kidding around about something. The two of you were laughing and giggling, and I had such a flash of your mother. I used to tease her about her laugh, and I hate to tell you, but you sound just like her. She has such a silly laugh. She would be so proud of you. You would bring her such joy.
I used to wonder how my life would have been different if she hadn't died when I was so young. And I guess there were times when I felt deprived growing up without a mother.
Well, we all tried to make up for the loss, but I don't suppose any of us ever really did.
I've talked about it a lot with Dr. Michaels. And I told her that the luckiest day in my life was when you married Dad. And I finally learned what it was like to have a mother.
Franny, that is the nicest thing anybody's ever said to me.
So, well, that's why it sounds so weird when people call you my stepmother, because that's not the way I feel about you. And I've been wanting to ask you, would you mind if I called you Mother?
I would be honored. Oh, silly. I will do everything in the world that I can do to be worthy of that.
What are you doing here?
I was just trying to figure a few things out and then leave before you got here with Kim and Franny, but I guess I miscalculated.
Well, we got here a little earlier than expected because Hobson didn't get the change of venue he expected.
Well, round one for Thomas Christopher Hughes. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Where are Kim and Franny?
Back in Boulder at the hotel. I wanted to come here first and check some things out, not the least of which are the discrepancies in their stories.
Oh, yeah, well, I came here looking for that piece that everyone else had overlooked. And if it's here, I haven't seen it.
Why didn't you tell me you were coming here?
Because I guess I didn't think that where I go and what I do was really any of your concern any longer.
You know, when McCloskey told me that you had a few days off, stupidest things went through my head, and then I heard that Hal Munson had a couple of days off.
Hot Java.
Hey, Tom.
As the world turns. This portion brought to you today by Downy, the fabric softener that combines skin-loving softness with the airy April freshness you love. And by All Vegetable Crisco. Crisco makes pie crust flaky.
Hello, Mother. Hello, Father. Aunt Louise says I'm no bother, and the weather might get better, but I wish I had my own first-smelling sweater.
You miss Downy, I can tell it. April fresh, just wait and smell it. Only Downy brings that to you, while it rinses deep down softness through and through. Don't forget to make your bed. Much love, we miss you.
April Fresh Downy, a noticeable improvement.
It's the racing showdown we've been waiting for between old Spick and Span
And new no-rinse Spick and Span.
and they're off.
Heck, Don, I gotta say, I'm real impressed with new no-rinse Spick and Span. It's got the same great cleaning power, but doesn't streak like you-know-who.
They're in the home stretch.
And old Spick and Span, in a tailspin, it's going back to rinse.
That makes new Spick and Span our winner. It's faster to the finish because there's no rinsing.
They auctioned off my pine, your daddy bought it. That's when I first met him. I love that story, Mama.
And I love your cooking, honey.
Well, Crisco's what makes it taste so special. That pie looks real tempting. Wait till you try it. The filling is rich and chocolatey, but nothing makes my crust flakier than Crisco. It just melts in my mouth. Mama, have you always used Crisco? Hey, girls, I learned pretty early. A great tasting pie starts with a Crisco crust. It's even flaky on the bottom. Mama, this really tastes good. And Crisco has no cholesterol. Now, honey, what will you bid for second?
Is that enough?
Wow. Crisco will do you proud every time.
Tom, Margot just asked me to fly out with her because I'm so familiar with the place and, you know, I know all the statements and everything.
Hal could lose his job if Hobson knew.
Well, he won't hear it from me.
Thanks. Oh, here's your coffee.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Hal.
I guess I'll go check some things out downstairs.
Oh, like what?
I'll find something.
Not that I owe you an explanation, but the relationship between Hal and I is purely professional.
I find it a little hard to swallow that Hal would take his vacation, come here to the scene of the crime unless you were part of the package. So how long have you been here?
Hours I've been here. If there is an explanation of how the blood got on this hanging and how this hanging got slashed, I haven't been able to find it, so I wish you a lot of luck.
Listen, do you have to go right now?
Yeah, I do. I have a copter waiting for me.
Well, I could use your input.
Tom,
Professionally speaking.
I don't think it's a good idea,
No, look,
okay?
if I can accept the fact that Hal's here as a detective, okay? Then maybe you can accept that this is just Kim's lawyer asking you for a little help.
I will go tell Hal to fly back to the hotel without me.
Well, here's the union list. There's about 10 possibilities.
All right. Forget it. I know all these guys. They're either undependable or they're incompetent. That's why they got no job. All right, I think we're gonna have to reconsider that guy from Miller Brothers.
Oh, no. We can't do that. He obviously heard that we were in a jam, and he was trying to hold us up for twice the going rate. Oh, boy, in these clouds, there must be a silver lining somewhere. I just don't know where it is.
I tell you, before Channing came to town, we were on our way, Ivan. I mean, come on. I've been fighting for years to make it into the big leagues in this town, and it was finally paying off. Betsy thinks I'm just trying to prove something to myself or to the Stewarts and the Hugheses, but that's not it, we gotta beat this guy, for my family. That's why it's so important to me.
You know what I think? I think we should worry about your motivation later and try to save the business, because there's some way we've got to beat Tad at this. We just have to find it, that's all.
Will you do me a favor? Will you just keep saying that till I believe it?
I will, because I have to make myself believe it, too.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not officially on duty, Mr. Channing, but I guess I could make an exception for you.
Thanks, Denise. Maybe I can repay you with a nightcap?
I get off at 12.
Oh.
Well, I got hold of my grandmother and told her I'd be a little late to take care of Danny, so I guess I can relax for a minute.
Well, you're quite a woman, taking care of a child, holding down a full-time job just to help out your husband.
Well, the job was for me, actually, not Steve.
Well, then I admire you even more.
Well, let's get back to that little attack of conscience you said you had this afternoon after our talk.
Well, I had to admit that what you said was right. I'm never going to get Iva back by forcing her to quit her job with Steve, and I'm sorry now that I tried to hire his foreman away from him. And I intend to make up for it.
How?
I'll rescind my offer to Mike, I'll pay him handsomely for his trouble, and hope he stays on with Steve.
Oh, could I get that in writing?
How about a handshake?
How about a colored photo to remember your night on the town?
I'm sorry, miss. I'm afraid it's no use. We're just at the end of a business meeting. I think this calls for a toast. To better understanding.
Protein stains, when they're ground in, dried on, soaked all the way through, you need more power to cut through. You need the protein power of new Era Plus. Just watch. This tough grass stain is made of protein. And look, protein gets out protein. And now Era has even more power. Enough to cut through and clean the ground-in dirt below. Nothing gets out every stain. But now you can cut clean through with the amazing power of protein. New Era Plus. Protein power to cut clean through.
I'm the first to leave my bed. Gotta get 'em dressed and fed. Give 'em all a little peck and some citrus hill select. And their day gets going and their juices get flowing with the day supply of vitamin C. When the juice is from the heart, it's a healthy way to start. Citrus hill select gets your juices flowing. Citrus hill select gets your juices flowing.
Just think of all the dishes you do. It can make your hands feel awful. One reason might be your dishwashing liquid. Some liquids have more harsh ingredients than others. No wonder your hands can feel red, rough, cracked. Hands can feel the difference if you do dishes the Ivory way. The simple truth about Ivory liquid is hand-loving suds. Ivory liquid suds are famous for getting your dishes really clean without all those harsh ingredients. Your hands can feel soft and smooth with Ivory because Ivory liquid suds are actually easier on your hands, easier than those other leading brands. And that's the simple truth. Ivory suds have the difference you can feel.
Hi.
What's up, Olga? Dusty. How you doing? How'd it feel to ride Big Macs again? Felt good. I'll probably be sore tomorrow, but felt good.
I thought John was going to chain you down to your desk tonight.
No, because Andy's spending a little time at the penthouse because Kim's in Colorado, so John has to split his time evenly now. I think I'll call it a night.
Holden, would you, clean up after the horses before you go home? They're out in the paddock.
Yes, ma'am.
You know something? I'm glad you came out here. I'm glad you came out here because now we realize if we can be honest with each other, we can become closer.
Lily, I really feel bad about what happened yesterday. I know we always see friends at school and they break up because they get jealous and stuff. I'm glad you talked to me about it.
I almost didn't. When I saw you and Meg together, I was hurt. I was hurt. I ran back to the house.
Don't you think it hurt me a little, too, when I realized what was going on with you and Holden? I think what we have is great, and I don't want to mess it up.
Oh, Dusty. I thought all this complicating stuff was just part of growing up. That one day this was all just going to end and we'd understand it all. And when I saw my mother and Craig here, I realized that there's no magic age for the confusion to stop.
You think it's going to be like this forever?
I don't know. I don't know. I just finally realized I had time to think about it, what my mother did, and I wasn't mad at her. I kind of felt sorry for her. She's lonely. So's Craig. He loves Sierra, but he can't be with her because she's married to Tonio.
Why is life so screwed up?
I don't know. I don't know. Remember, you were the one a couple months ago telling me how simple life was.
Yeah, it feels like that was about 100 years ago.
Phew. Still hot and muggy out there. Thunderstorm brewing.
Well, miss, let me walk you home.
Okay, because my mom's probably going out to dinner, and you know how I hate being alone during a storm.
Come out to the farm. Maybe we can all go cool off in the pond before the storm hits.
No, thank you, Holden. I gotta hit the books.
Lily, you can hitch a ride with me.
I don't think I want Lily hitching a ride anywhere, okay? I'll just drive her myself.
Okay. See you up front.
Hello?
Meg,
Oh, hi, big brother. What's up?
just thought I'd give you a call and let you know that I'm bringing Lily and Dusty home. Maybe we can all go skinny dipping if things work out.
Well, I'll make sure they do.
Good. See you soon.
George, table 3? Of course, baby.
Excuse me. Seth, listen, for now, just keep your eye on the floor. Field any complaints, anything serious, just send over to me. Keep your eye on the service people. They're really good. Bartenders, get to know George very well, because he's going to tip you off to who the regular customers are so they can get the best tables, okay?
Hope I don't look as nervous as I feel.
No, come on, you don't. Listen, I was going to stop by later for moral support.
Good, I can use that. I can count on her to be honest and call it as she sees it.
That you can. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Hello. I didn't see your name on the reservation.
Oh, we don't have a reservation, but Cook burnt her hand taking the lobster out at lunch. You can fit us in, can't you?
Seth?
Yes.
I'd like you to meet our new night manager, Seth Snyder. This
How
is
do you
Mrs.
do?
Lucinda Walsh, her daughter, and her son-in-law, Mr. and Mrs. Tonio Reyes. Mrs. Walsh is one of our best customers and makes sure that she gets our best table.
Snyder? I thought Snyders were farmers.
Yeah, they are. Seth is working here nights to keep the farm afloat.
Oh, it's a floating farm now. I see that you are, as ever, fiercely filled with sense of loyalty.
Yes, I guess I got that from you, didn't I?
Yes, your table is ready now.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, I'm having your old office done up for Tonio.
Wow, that's great. You're in good form tonight. I hope that Tonio's up to all of your personal demands.
Oh, no. He doesn't have to take care of any of that because he's happily married to my daughter. Mr. Channing will be joining us.
Iva's boss told me you used to work for Mrs. Walsh until pretty recently.
Yes.
Does she come here often?
When she wants to torment me.
And why'd we give her our best
It's
table?
business, Seth. It's just business. I'm gonna be up in the office, okay? Listen, if Betsy Andropoulos comes by, send her up. She's got some papers from the thing.
Well, I'm glad to say I wasn't entirely wrong about you.
Meaning?
Well, in spite of all of the awful things I kept hearing about you, I knew there had to be some good in there for Iva to be involved with you for so long.
You're the most brutally honest woman I've ever met.
Well, let's just say I appreciate the fact that you aren't going to steal Mike away or any of the other crew from Steve.
Ah, thank you.
When did you order these?
Oh, I nodded to the waitress when I noticed your glass was getting low.
I'm sorry, I really can't stay. I have to get back to the office and then drop some papers off for Craig.
Well, before you go, can I get one more honest answer out of you?
Why not?
What's the relationship between Iva and Craig?
Just friends, that's all.
How can you be sure of that?
Because I know Craig and I know what he's going through.
You wouldn't care to be specific, would you?
No. Take my word for it.
All right, I will. And there aren't many women I'd say that to.
Well, then the next time we talk, I'll have to work on that chauvinistic attitude.
Do.
Well, Roy.
Betsy.
Hello.
Guys,
How are you doing? Good to see you. I don't know if you know Tad Channing.
No. Roy Franklin.
Yes, hi.
Hello.
It's my fiancée, Heather Dalton.
Right. Oh, congratulations. I'm sorry. That's so wonderful. I'm so happy for both of you.
Thank you.
Then will you be one of my bridesmaids? I would love to be.
We're trying to get Steve to be one of the ushers.
Oh, I'm sure he'd love it.
Look, why don't you stay and have a drink with us?
No, we don't want to intrude.
Oh, please. I was going to leave, but if you stay for one quick one, I will too.
I'll order champagne.
I'll explain later. Just don't tell Steve you saw me here with him, please. Okay.
SOS introduces a glass cleaner that really works. Glassworks. Glassworks made with vinegar instead of ammonia. Cleans better than Windex. New Glassworks with vinegar cuts through the toughest greasy smudges faster and easier, so there's less work for you. And everything you clean is shiny and streak-free. New Glassworks made with vinegar. Cleans with less work. Maybe it works too well.
In a perfect world, every stain would be seen and reported. But in the real world, most stains go unreported. Right through the wash and into your dryer, where they could be set for life. But add Biz Bleach to your detergent, and you have a strong second line of defense to catch many unreported stains and remove them before it's too late. In an imperfect world, pin your hopes on this. Unreported stains can't get by Biz.
The day's looking new and bright, and you're gonna start it right. Or you're starting to brew, the aroma's calling you. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
Mornings are brighter with mountain-grown Folgers because mountain-grown coffee has more enticing aroma than any other kind.
The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
Don't move! On Guiding Light, Kane's frenzy.
I love you forever. You're mine. I'll never give you up.
Leaves Reva terrified.
Help me.
Will help come.
Kane? Where's Reva?
Too late?
Where's Kane?
Weekdays.
Champagne. You shouldn't have, man. Oh, please. It's my pleasure. I propose a toast to Heather and Roy. May you have a long and happy union.
Oh, here, here. So what business are you in, Mr. Channing?
Please, call me Ted. I'm in construction.
The same as Steve.
Mm-hmm. I take it you're good friends of Betsy's.
Yeah.
Well, then I think you'll understand when I tell you she's had a very positive effect on my thinking. Will you excuse me? I'll be back in a minute.
Sure.
Start explaining.
All right. Tad Channing is the guy that's been taking all the jobs away from Steve and causing all those problems. Well, I had him over to the office today. I talked to him at lunch, and I think I got him to stop this vendetta against Andropoulos Construction. And Steve doesn't know anything about it? No, and if he finds out, he'll go through the roof.
Look, I didn't mention it earlier, but I met Tad Channing during the Marie Kovac murder investigation. He was involved with her. I can't say much about his taste in women.
What about the...
I thought that we should have a picture of Heather and Roy.
No, it's okay. Look,
Yes, for posterity.
Yeah, scoot in just a little bit. Scoot in. Okay, say cheese.
Cheese.
Joe, hi, Steve Andropoulos calling. Oh,
You know, I really think you're crazy giving up an invitation to the fanciest restaurant in Oakdale. Well, Steve and I might go after we finish working, maybe.
Yeah, that's what
You know what they say about all work and no play, huh? Why are you so anxious to be here alone?
Well, actually, I'm calling to find out if you might
Well,
be
Home will be home
available.
soon. Besides, I think Seth would appreciate you being there on his first night. Not to mention Craig.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Jim. Bye. Well, that was my last shot. Channing just tired, Joe, this afternoon.
I hope Holden gets home before that storm hits.
Well, what do you say, Ira? You think these clouds have a silver lining? Meg?
Well, I'm the realist in this family, and I make my own silver linings.
Sure?
Yeah, thank you.
Hello, Snyder Residence. Yeah, no, this is Steve Andropoulos. What, are you kidding? Oh, of course you can stay. Well, thank you, Mike. And look, I want you to know you got a raise.
No.
Starting tomorrow.
No, Steve.
I'll see you then.
Steve.
Okay, bye-bye.
Steve. Steve.
He's back. We got him back. Channing told him he didn't want him.
Fabulous. But you didn't have to give him a raise. You know how tight the budget is.
Oh, come on.
Well,
Don't
now
worry
that
about
that's
it.
all settled,
We got
Ivy,
him.
you can go have dinner with Craig. All
Yeah,
right, Meg.
I'll give you a ride.
Well, then I'll go
Chauffeurs are the
change my
Mona Lisa.
clothes right now, and I'll be down in a second.
All right, then I'm going to find Betsy. I want to tell her the good news. Well, you think that cloud's got a silver lining after all?
Well, I got to admit, I was right for once. And her timing couldn't be more perfect.
Are you thinking about tomorrow?
I have this feeling that I'm going to be able to remember everything once I see that room.
Just hope I can answer all the questions to Tom's satisfaction.
Look, I'm positive that Hobson's evidence is based on those moments I've blocked out. If I can remember, maybe that's all we need to explain your statement. Or maybe that's Tom.
Oh, no, I thought he said he was going to spend the night at Dream's End. Hal, for heaven's sakes,
Hi,
come on
Kim.
in. What are
Hi,
you doing
Franny.
here?
Hi.
Well, since we're all staying in the same hotel, I thought I'd be neighborly, drop by and say hello.
Well, what are you doing in Colorado?
Well, Margot wanted to see the bedroom where it all actually took place, and since I'm familiar with the place and all the statements, I agreed to come along and help.
You mean that Margot was here, too?
Yeah, I just left her over at Dream's End.
Well, maybe this trip will have a happy ending for all of us, including Tom and Margot, huh?
Damn it, this just doesn't make sense. If Kim stabbed Douglas while he was on top of Franny, like she said she did,
Yeah?
pulled the body off the bed onto the ground, like right there where she said she did, then how come there are slash marks in that curtain and bloodstains on this one?
I believe it's a very frustrating situation, Tom. Believe me, I know. I've been going over this all day long
I was
myself.
so sure I was going to find something here.
Well,
I need something to fight Hobson in court.
You'll get something when Kim and Franny come tomorrow morning. You will.
How can you be so sure?
Because you're not a quitter. You'll get the answers. And the answer will blow Hobson right out of the water.
You're right.
Of course I'm right. I'm always right.
Always right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a quitter.
No, you're not.
Especially when it comes to you.
Everyone gets energy from their food, and whether you run or you're on the run, B-complex vitamins help convert that food to energy. Theragran M multivitamins are high in B-complex vitamins, energy releasers that help free the energy your body needs. Many different foods you eat every day are good for you. And to be sure your diet contains the nutrients you need, eat right and take Theragran M with energy releasers plus calcium from Squibb.
If you're confident up north, raise your hand. If you're confident in Dixie, raise your hand. If you're sure from east to west, sure is what you love the best, raise your hand if you're sure.
From the bleachers to the Met, Sure goes on feeling dry, not wet, and helps keep you feeling dry and confident all day, anywhere.
Confident, dry and secure. Raise your hand if you're sure.
You people who brush with a gel are so stubborn. We've told you, more dentists and hygienists now brush with Tartar Control Crest to fight ugly tartar. Still, you stick with your gel. What'll it take to make you switch? A gel? Fine. Introducing Tartar Control Crest with fluoride in a new fresh mint gel. A minty, fresh, new way to fight cavities and tartar buildup between dental cleanings. With the dentist's choice for fighting tartar now in a gel, there's no reason to be stubborn anymore.
This portion of As the World Turns has been brought to you today by Sure. You can raise your hand if you're sure, because Sure Antiperspirant helps keep you dry. And by Crest, the makers of new Tartar Control Crest in the silver box. We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment.
Friday.
Leo Green pushes his own buttons.
Leo and Liz have a new car phone.
When the phone rings, the car stops.
With a few bugs. Friday. Tuesday, spend a dazzling evening with 51 of America's most beautiful women. Join host Bob Barker and Mary Fran with guests Eddie Rabbit and Tommy Tune. The Miss USA pageant live.
This is CBS. Everybody's coming home. Here's why. We're home for news. We're home for entertainment. We're home for sports. We're home for weather. Come on home where you belong.
Come on back.
Red Owl and Country Store Foods present this week's 4-star features. Wilson's boneless 93% lean fat-free ham, $2.18 a pound. Northern bathroom tissue, a 4-roll package, just 89 cents. Spee's apple juice, pure refreshment at $1.39 a half gallon. And cook-up Hormel's Little Sizzlers for just 78 cents. Don't miss these 4-star features now at a Red Owl or Country Store near you.
KEYC-TV Mankato.
Part 2 of As the World Turns.
The only reason why I said I'd come and stay the night in this godforsaken place with you is because you said there'd be no personal involvement between us.
My involvement with you is exclusively personal. I don't want to live the rest of my life without you.
We don't always get what we want, Tom. God knows I didn't. So why don't you just let me live my life the way I'm trying to do the best, and you just go ahead and live yours.
Without you. That's a pretty bleak prospect.
Well, why didn't you think about that before we did a little rub in the hay with Barbara?
That wasn't premeditated. That was a mistake.
A mistake that hurt me. I destroyed all the trust between us. Don't you see that? You want me to take you back? I can't take you back. Don't you understand? We go back. I will always wonder.
Why don't you just tell me?
No,
Just
Tom, we have
tell
made
me
enough
you
mistakes
don't
for
love
one
me and
night.
I'll back off. Come on. No, Tom. I don't love you.
It's no secret. I love you. God, I love you. I will get over it. Because I have to. Because I'm going to survive. And I will have a happy life again without you. Now I'm going to get the hell out of here.
Well, you're not going to get very far.
Oh, why not?
Because Hal is gone, and my helicopter guy is all the way headed back to Boulder so he can pick up Franny and Kim in the morning.
Beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to just stay in the room that Kim and Franny shared. And I don't expect to see or talk to you until tomorrow morning, when I can get back on that helicopter, back to Boulder, and back to Hal.
No, it's good.
Meg, do this bell for me. Hold this, will you, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, gosh.
You look beautiful. Now, can we please go if you want this
One
lift?
second, oh, please, God. Come on. Okay, thanks.
All right. Have a good night.
All right, thanks. Meg, I don't want you to cause any more trouble with Dusty and Lily, okay?
Oh, it's engraved in my memory.
I hope so.
Are we finally ready here?
Snyder Residence, Meg Snyder speaking.
Oh, hello, dear. It's Mrs. Walsh. I want to talk to Lily. Is she there?
Well, no, Miss Walsh. I don't know where she is.
I see. Is Sister Iva there?
No, she just left to go have dinner with Craig.
All right. Well, if Lily should come in the next hour or so, please have her telephone me at Mona Lisa's.
Yeah, I sure will. And, you know, it's really great to hear you sounding so well, Mrs. Walsh.
Oh, thank you, dear. You must come out and spend some time with Lily.
Well, I'd love to. Bye-bye.
Hi, Meg.
Hi. Well, I hope you guys are staying for dinner.
Thought we could all go take a dip in the pond first.
Well, we should do it soon. That storm's coming up.
Sounds pretty close. I don't think we should risk it.
Well, you know, Lily, actually, your mom called just before you came in. She wants you to call her back at the Mona Lisa.
I guess she wants me to have dinner with her.
Well, she sounded really worried.
She'll live. I'll call her when I get home. Come on, Dusty, I want to show you the chicken that these guys gave me.
I'll help you pick it out.
Yes, I'd like to speak to Lucinda Walsh. It's real important.
Nowhere from Betsy. No.
You've got to persuade her to join us for supper. The waiter said that I have a phone call.
Oh, yes, you can take it right over there, Miss.
Good. Come on. Hi, darling Lily.
Well, no, Mrs. Walsh. It's Meg.
Oh.
Well, I just wanted you to know that Lily showed up a few minutes ago with Dusty, and, well, not to worry. She's going to call you as soon as you get home.
Hang on. It was a mistake. It's not Lily, it's Meg. I'm sorry I took you away from
That's right, I'll go back.
All right, dear.
I want to talk to you for a second.
Craig, we agreed.
No, I know. I have every intention of going along with your wishes. What I do not appreciate is being threatened by your husband.
What?
And he told me that if I tried to see you or talk to you again, that I'd have him to answer to.
Craig, you gotta believe me. I didn't know anything about this.
I know you didn't.
I'm sorry it happened. I'll make sure it doesn't again.
Well, what exactly did Lily say?
Well, that you probably wanted her to join you for dinner, and she didn't want to. Even after I told her that Iva would be there. Usually she'd do anything to be with Iva.
Lucinda!
Oh, hi. Go ahead in. I'll be there in a minute.
Hello. I think I'll send Mr. Channing to his table if you don't mind, sir.
Oh, Mr. Montgomery, I'm honored.
Oh, that's great, but don't be, because it just gives me a chance to tell you to stay away from Betsy.
Well, maybe you should talk to Betsy. I just left her at my hotel. And now, if you don't mind, I'll find the Walsh table on my own.
Hi, Dad. Kathy.
How's my little girl?
I could use some cheering up. It's been one of those days.
Remember when you were little? Place your feet in 5th position.
Okay.
Do an arabesque.
Oh, Dad.
Cross your arms. Squeeze. There. Get a big hug from Daddy.
I miss you, Dad.
Reach out and touch someone. You know, we can always get soft, strong, absorbent coronet. But there are places in the world where you can't.
No cornet towels?
Nope.
No bath tissue? No facial tissue?
No.
No cornet napkins?
What do you think of that?
Well, I might like to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there.
Extra everything is what you get when you buy coronets.
Rice-A-Roni. The flavor secret is in Rice-A-Roni's delicate blend of special herbs and seasonings. Ready in minutes for the whole family.
Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat.
There's never been a crisp like this. It's crispy, wheats and raisins.
Taste the crisp, honey-touched raisin cereal.
It's crispy, wheats and raisins.
Taste your new Friskies buffet, because I love that Frisky cat.
I'm a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday kind of cat. But they feed me like the weekend every day. I'm a famous, far-out, fickle, funny, frisky kind of cat. And that's why they feed me Friskies buffet, because they love me, yeah.
Friskies buffet, with that great new taste.
Which way to the buffet?
You hardly touched your dinner. You want some more?
No, thank you, Meg. I'm stuffed.
Okay. Well, maybe we can go and work off some of this dinner by taking a dip.
What time is it?
About 8:30.
I can't. I have to hit the books.
Yeah, I have to do my homework, too.
Oh, you guys are such party poopers. I know just the thing to loosen you up. French wine I saved from Dusty's birthday party?
Well, no thank you on the wine, Meg, but I'd like a refill on my milk.
Okay.
I think maybe you should stay, man. I can help you get over that fear of lightning. Just like I helped you with the wind. Remember how I got over my fear of lightning?
I think we should go.
But it's raining cats and dogs out there.
Why don't you just stay? Iva can give you a ride home when she gets back.
As long as I'm with Dusty, I'm okay.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Oh, see, Meg, you have to go quickly because it's raining. Correct?
Thanks, sir.
Go, bye.
Losing your touch?
And what about you, huh? Practically on your hands and knees begging for another driving lesson. No dice.
I was just trying to get Dusty alone so you and Lily could be alone. Come on. Hey, you know, if we're not careful, we're going to lose everything we've been working for with those two. They're getting awful close.
Summer's almost here.
So?
So I'm going to give Miss Lily some lessons she'll never forget.
What does that mean?
You just take care of Dusty, okay? And leave Miss Lily to me.
Surprise!
Oh. Where have you been?
I've been trying to find you. I went to Ellen's, I went to home. I only came here as a last resort.
Yeah, well, I had a lot of last-minute work to do for Craig. What are you grinning about? You've been taking too much of this medicine for your arm?
No.
No, you've been drinking.
No.
Hmm?
Have you?
Yes.
Yeah, you
I had some
have it.
champagne to celebrate Roy and Heather's engagement.
Oh, here, I thought you were slaving away.
Yeah, she'd asked me to be a bridesmaid, and they've even asked you to be an usher. Can you believe it?
No, absolutely not, unless they ply me with champagne, too.
Well, what's going on? When I talked to you at the Snyders, you sounded so depressed. What gives?
Well, Mike called me up. He wants to have his job back as foreman. He learned the hard way that Channing can't be trusted.
What does that mean?
Well, that means that Channing called Mike up, said he didn't want him as his foreman. And I think that my luck has started to change.
Well, it's about time.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I think that Channing's given up his vendetta against Andropoulos Construction, too.
Maybe he's not the villain you thought he was.
From what I've seen, the guy's rotten to the core.
Well, then why didn't he hire Mike?
I don't know. I figured that the guy's a shrewd businessman. I mean, ultimately, his conscience is ruled by the bottom line, and it was just costing him too much to keep hiring my men away from me and underbidding me, and I think maybe he finally realized that I was not coming back to him.
Alex, what's the matter with you? You're like a bird in there tonight. What is it?
I wasn't the only bird in there.
No?
Did you see Tad Channing looking a little bit like a vulture getting ready to swoop down? It sort of killed my appetite. I hope you didn't want dessert or
I
anything.
own this place. I'm sick of the dessert here. Besides, your ex-boyfriend wasn't the only weird one. Didn't you see Tony O'Reilly's with evil eye for me?
Oh, don't you look handsome? Oh.
Can't tell you how good it's going to feel to get into jeans and a T-shirt tomorrow morning.
I bet. Listen, why don't you wait for me up in the office while your brother and I do the books?
All right.
And I think we should do the exterior in mirrored glass.
Pink marble for my complexion. Pink.
Pink,
That's what I want.
You think so? Oh, no.
Oh, I love lighting. You know, I have a brilliant idea tomorrow when the countryside is all wiped clean by the storm. Let's go riding, all right? Wait, did Dr. Dixon say you could do that? Dr. Dixon said I can do whatever I want so long as it's not too ridiculous. Like 8 o'clock.
All right, I'll do that.
I'll ask Lily. Maybe she'll join us and we'll be a threesome.
Good night.
Good night, Craig.
I hope you enjoyed your dinner.
We did. We sent our compliments to the...
Oh, I'm sure you did.
Excuse me, I'm getting my coat.
Yes? I didn't appreciate your running to Sierra behind my back.
Well, I don't appreciate being threatened, and I thought you had a right to know.
Well, perhaps if you're man enough, next time you could speak to me to my face.
Hi. How are you?
Hi, and bye. We're running out.
Oh, okay. Well, look, I tell you what, talk to Betsy, and let's get together again sometime soon, okay?
All right.
All right? Terrific. Hi, I want to thank you for changing your mind about hiring Mike away from me.
No need. I got a better man for a better price.
What were you doing in Channing Sotora?
I'll tell you tomorrow at work.
I think you're out of your mind. You know the guy who's
I'll
got no
talk
decent
to you later. Oh, tell me again, why did you give Andropoulos back his phone?
Oh, I found another way to deal with Steve Andropoulos.
No.
A much more pleasant way.
Caramba, what a mess.
Mexican meatloaf.
Ole?
I need help.
So why's that lemon liquid here?
Got a better idea?
Undoubtedly. My lemon fresh joy. One little squirt puts the toughest squeeze on dirt. Look, on tough foods like this, Joy cleans better than your lemon liquid.
My brand couldn't cut the dirt.
Joy left its dish shining.
Nice shine.
Uh-huh. Wow, great looking table. Lemon fresh Joy. One little squirt puts the toughest squeeze on dirt.
This is little Tony. Bring the camera in close, honey. We love chocolate chip cookies. So when the packaged soft kind came out, we tried them. No rave reviews till now. Duncan Hines came out with a brand new cookie that's making baking history with luscious morsels of chocolate. Honey, look at this cookie, honey. Compare the other soft cookies to the new Duncan Hines. Believe Pearl, honey. These new Duncan Hines chocolate chip cookies taste better than all the rest. Pure ecstasy.
You know, soft cleansers are a great idea, except for one thing. They don't clean that well.
Introducing one that does. Now there's a new soft cleanser with cleaning power that's amazing. New Mr. Clean Soft Cleanser with an active formula that actually cuts through grease and grime on contact. So new Mr. Clean cleans better.
He safely cleans with lots of muscle and lets the shine come through.
You're quite a man.
The better cleaning soft cleanser. New from Mr. Clean.
What a mess. My daughter left a lipstick in her pocket, and before I even noticed, I washed it. I had to try something, so I grabbed Liquid Tide. Guess what? Not one mark of the lipstick remained. Thanks, Mrs. Judy Davis.
Can your liquid get out melted lipstick? Liquid Tide did. You'll be surprised at the things Liquid Tide gets out. Surprise yourself.
Ma'am, where's that cat?
Morning.
Morning. What are you doing out here so early?
Your mother called me up last night and asked me to saddle up the horses by 8 o'clock.
Great. Well, I'll go warm up Max while you.
Thought about you last night. Home all alone in that storm.
I was okay.
Thought about you this morning, too. Walking around the woods at sunup. Wish you could have seen that pond. All crystal clear. Not a soul around. Slipped off my clothes and took a dip. Water felt like velvet all over my skin. I wanted to take you there next time you come out to the farm.
Forgive all that business chat with Tony O'Donnell. It's just unavoidable.
Hi, Mom.
Good morning, Holden.
Lily,
I'm so glad you're joining us.
Me too. Now, Holden has Max all settled up, so I think I'll go warm him up.
Darling, I just want to ask one thing of you.
What?
Watch over me, baby. Don't let me attempt any of those equestrian tricks that you tried to teach me.
I'll watch over you. I'll watch over you.
Okay. Mother's a little under the weather. We don't want anything to happen to Mother. Now I've patched up everything with 2 glorious daughters. No! Back! No more work today.
I'll saddle up Free Spirit. I'd like to have a word with Sierra, please.
Oh. All right. But make it snappy.
Tonio, I don't want to argue anymore.
Sierra, the more I think about what Craig did last night, the more convinced I am that the only reason he told you what I said was to cause trouble between us.
No. He knows how much I despise deception. And you were trying to protect me by going behind my back again.
Sierra, I was only trying to get him to stop bothering you. Now, that's what you told me you wanted.
Yes. Because I thought it was best for everyone involved if Craig and I didn't see each other anymore. I told him that. He agreed and respected my wishes. You didn't have to go and threaten him, Tonio.
Look, I only want to protect you.
Don't you understand? I don't want protecting. What I want is a husband who is honest and straightforward and treats me with respect. That's it.
Sierra, why didn't you marry Craig? Because he lied to you. Because you couldn't trust him. Why are you so eager to trust him now?
Because he's changed.
Oh, Sierra, wake up. Can't you see he wants to destroy our marriage? He's already succeeded in driving in the first wedge between us. In our bed.
Oh, Tonio, that wasn't Craig's fault.
Darling, come on. Free Spirit is waiting. And you. I overheard that. We'll talk about this later. Well, good morning.
Hi, I knew that you were coming up here, and I decided to prepare your cup of coffee.
That's what I like, a boss who can read my mind.
Just a bribe. How about that explanation you promised to give me last night?
Oh, about what I was doing with Tad Channing in his hotel room?
That's the one.
That's the one. Well, let's just say I think I've won him over.
Don't trust him as far as you can spit.
Well, he did decide to give Steve his foreman back. He's not hiring him.
I don't like him. I don't like his involvement with Lucinda Walsh, and I don't like you seeing him.
I don't think you have to worry about my seeing him anymore.
Good.
Hey.
Buenos dias.
Well, good morning.
Hello.
How are you? I'm fine. I just stopped by to ask you if you have time to stop by and see Barbara and try on your...
Oh, sure.
Yeah, great, great, great.
When's the lucky day?
Well, I'm going to try to get it all ready by the last weekend in June.
Oh, that's
Great.
exciting. How's Roy's family taking it?
Oh, they're not jumping for joy, but they haven't disowned him yet. Hey, I forgot. The photographer dropped this by right after you left. It's kind of nice.
Yeah. What those? See this? Now, could a guy who buys champagne for a couple that he doesn't even know, could he be all that bad?
Yeah, if his name is Ted Channing. Yeah, he could.
I hate to break it up, guys, but I gotta go.
Okay, we'll see you soon.
See you later.
Oh, Steve.
Morning.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, I thought I just kissed you goodbye.
Yeah, you did, and you rushed out of the house without your purse. I didn't want to get arrested running down the street with it, so I put it in a paper bag.
Kim, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. It just brings back so many bad memories. I just can't... Oh, you got... Oh.
Margot, it's just me.
Honey, oh, I'm glad to see you.
Hi, Steve.
We were just amazed to find that you had come up here. Oh, listen, by the way, this is the door. That was locked or stuck or something when I first heard Franny scream.
I just don't understand how it worked so easily when the authorities checked it out.
I think I'm gonna go.
Well, look, can't you stay and fly back with us later?
No, I can't. I have to fly back with Munson.
Oh, honey.
I hope you find all the pieces of the puzzle and put them together today.
Thank you, honey. Thank you for coming up.
Margot,
Goodbye, Tom.
Okay, let's get going, all right?
Where?
I want to start with your scream. I just want you to try and remember everything you can, all right?
All right, let's get on with it.
Time to make the donut.
Only a Dunkin' Donuts is no piece of cake.
Time to make the donuts.
Because you work night and day making donuts. That's why they're so fresh all the time.
The donuts.
And come in up to 52 varieties, more than any supermarket. At Dunkin' Donuts, it's always time to make the donuts.
I love coffee, I love me. I love my Santa cause it loves me. Santa and me, I'm glad I'm caffeine free. A cup.
Smooth, satisfying Sanka brand decaffeinated coffee. You can drink it all day long and feel good about it.
Oh, my Santa loves me. A cup. Santa and me.
Friday,
It's too late, JR. It's too late.
as JR awaits his destiny, their lives will be changed forever. Patrick Duffy returns, the explosive season finale, Dallas. Then,
Now stop everything.
time runs out as Maggie's life hangs in the balance.
If you want me, you're gonna have to kill me.
Falcon Crest, Friday.
Hypertension, heart disease, killers in the nation's stroke belt. Local churches fight back to save bodies and souls. The story tonight on the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather.
Stay tuned for Capital, next on most of these CBS stations. Men's Fashions by Aquascutum of London, Fifth Avenue, New York. Accessories by R.J. Graziano. Join us tomorrow for As the World Turns.
This is CBS.